Oh man, that was a close one. Sorry, I have a bit of a loose cannon at quarterback. That's why I don't play it for my flag football team, which is the community that I'll be exploring for this video. So if you'll come with me to my room, we'll talk about my community. What's up, guys? It's Jacob Banish coming to you from my pad. Thank you for following me here. As we were talking about before, we're going to be following my flag football team. We love touchdowns to their semi-final game. Big game, guys. There's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of people going around screaming and stuff. And, you know, I'm just really interested to see how this video shows the team interacting with the community of Creighton and how they use their space, and especially the language they use. Because, you know, I want to show you guys actual football players and not just what you see on TV, you know? So I just want to put a warning out there right now, though. It's going to be gruesome on the field. There might be some language, and although some of you may be offended by that, I think to give the most honest interpretation of these players and how it fits into the Creighton community, it's best to show everything full-fleshed. So there's your warning, okay? If you're with children, you might want to skip over this video, you know, go to the next one. But if you're not, feel free to stay tuned. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, guys, it's here, Jacob Banish. We're about to be going into one of our rooms in Kiewit. This is where we usually meet before the game. Let's hear what the guys are talking about.
Football game tonight. Let's go. We're gonna get it.
What's up, guys? You ready for the game, Alex?
I'm
Quarterback
so hyped.
right there.
Woo!
Let's go.
QB1 right there.
QB1.
All right, what are we
We got this. Hands in. Team on three. 1, 2, 3, team. What's up, guys? It's Jacob Banish. I'm here at the field.
What's up, guys?
At the field. Here we are. The field. Over there, those are the stands. Those are where our fans sit. And right over here, we have Drew. My finger went over the camera. And then we have our dugout right here where we gear up. So this is the field. And then in just a little bit, I'll be taking you to the field. Okay. We got the game going on right now. We're close to the second half. It's a tight one. They're only up 20-0. So, you know, we're going to start laying into them the second half. I can feel it. I feel it coming. We're out here in this weather. You know, it's tough. It's tough. This guy's, he looks happy to be here. I think we're all happy to be here. You know, I think this really shows a lot of testament about what both of these teams are made of. Okay, guys, it was a tough loss. How do you guys handle a loss like this and keeping the community of the team together?
I drown my sorrow in some high quality H2O Blue Jay.
Smart.
We lean on each other, you know.
You know, I'm not trying to
Bring that
brag.
sense of community.
I'm not trying to brag. We're not used to this. This is our first loss.
This is our first loss.
In in 10 games, it's our first loss.
You know,
so.
if Banish would have played better, you know, maybe we could have pulled off the win. I don't know.
Don't be afraid to cry either. Crying's a normal thing.
Let out your tears.
You know, we don't want to push anything down, but we had a solid run. Best freshman team by a lot.
We came back at the end, had a shot, and
That's right. Hey,
just couldn't stop the
we
run.
got 3 more years. We'll be back. I'm guaranteeing right now we'll be back.
Next year, that's the championship.
Okay, next question. What do you guys think about cursing on the field? Does it happen a lot?
It does.
Depends on the player.
Depends on the player.
It's wrong.
Depends on the player, baby.
I
I think
think
there's like two types of cursing. There's like you curse at yourself for like you make a bad play, and
I
then
think-
there's like the aggressive, unnecessary cursing at somebody else that's not sportsmanlike.
I think what people have to realize is this is intramural football. We're not playing the NFL.
Don't take it too seriously.
Don't take it too seriously because we're all just trying to have fun. We had a great run.
What are some of your favorite routes, and can you explain how they're ran?
So I like.
Fly.
Okay, so fly
Fade.
straight.
Take a long ball.
Yeah. They love the touchdowns.
Post
There's a
corner.
post corner, which is an excellent route, and so you run straight and you run a post, and then you break it off and go to the corner of the pylon. Got us a
either
few
to the
touchdowns.
post or to the corner.
I love just running around. Once there's a rush coming.
This Swoboda scramble.
Yeah, that's
what we call
great
it.
play, and then just kind of just chuck the ball to the open guy and wish for the best. It's worked out so well. So
His TD interception ratio is fantastic. this
yeah,
season.
I do take blame. Had one today. It's rough, but
I think that's the first one all season.
it was sad.
How do you think flag football goes into the Creighton community?
I think it brings together a lot of people. There's quite a few. I mean, we had 32 teams in the undergrad league, so you got all sorts of people coming from all sorts of different athletic backgrounds, and all coming to play every night. Get a few fans coming. We've got a few loyal fans that come to our games.
Two loyal fans.
So I think it's fun. Brings a lot of people together on a nightly basis.
Do you have to play football beforehand to come in and play
Oh,
flag
no.
football?
No, on our team, which made it to the semifinals, we had 3 football players that played in high school, senior year, and one was a D lineman, one was a fullback, and those don't normally correlate to flag football, but we found a way to work it out and played just fine. Won a freshman championship and got third in, I don't know, it's tough to talk about. And got third in the undergrad gold bracket. So I think you can come from all sorts of different football backgrounds and still find a way to play well.
Are there any closing remarks that you guys want to have about the season?
Tough end of the season.
I blame Antonio's contain.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
It was a tough end of the season.
Maybe it's a
And-
better attitude.
Yeah, well,
Next year, we're gonna win next year.
we'll
win
look
next
at the attitudes and look, see if management wants to make any changes with the team, and see if we can turn it around and win the ship next season. Because the last remaining teams that beat us had primarily seniors, and so we got 3 more years, and I'm guaranteeing a semifinal and final berth again next year. You can mark my words.
What's up, guys? We're back in my crib. It's Jacob Banish here, if you couldn't tell. So, what I just showed you was a realistic depiction of what goes on the football field every day, and what goes on beforehand, what goes on afterwards. And I showed you this to give you a real picture of what actually goes on, so you could see for yourself what I'm going to be talking about. So first, we're going to start off with the language that the community uses. And I want to start off not looking specifically at the language, but looking broadly at the language. So the language they use, I think everything they say is almost always upbeat. Everything's either on a funny note, getting a laugh, or trying to be positive, something like that. And overall, it's also very quick, it's very fast, no one's slowing down when they're talking and trying to be super serious. Everyone's just having a good time. And I think that speaks to the overall excitement of the team, the overall energy of the team, and how that plays into their field, how that plays into how they love to meet new people, and how it plays into how they love to bring new people into the team. Seen by having only 3 people who have actually played football, everyone was super excited to go out there and play flag football. But looking more specifically, some specific language they used. So what I talked about earlier was cursing, and cursing does happen a lot on the field. But there, as said, there were 2 types of cursing. Sometimes there's the mad cursing, and that's generally looked down upon. But then there's also a lot of times where there's cursing that's just kind of funny, or berating yourself, or even when you're mad at yourself and you just messed up. So I think most of the time when cursing is used in this community, it is more out of a good place than out of a bad place. And one more specific incident of language use is the routes that people run. And I think this is a true testament to the organic intellectual ability of these players. It's kind of like what Gramsci talked about, how these players, they don't just know football, they know the routes, and they know where to go. Everyone's working together, trying to coordinate the best play. And knowing that, and being a smart person, not just intellectually, knowing math or something, but being an organic individual, knowing that route and knowing immediately what to run, how many steps to take, which way to go, how to do a stutter step, stuff like that. And, that language is really good at showing how this isn't just a team of athletes, it's a team of people who want to work together, a team of people who want to learn the system and learn what it takes to be a good team together. Next, we're going to talk about maps, so I'll send you over to Teacher Jacob. Thank you, YouTuber Jacob, for giving me Teacher Jacob such a great introduction. Let's move on to our map. So we're going to start on our map way up here. This is Kiewit. And then you see this is a room. And if we follow that line, it takes us down to a Kiewit room. So this is where the team usually hangs out before a game. So you got couches on both sides, and then the CH represents chairs, and then a carpet is to make it a little bit homey. And so we use these small areas to congregate and really just hang out and chill before a game. Usually the walk over, it's a little bit cold. So this is where we just chill. We, ask people about their day. We usually don't talk about the game too much then. Then usually we'll move out of Kiewit and into the mall. So the Creighton Mall stretches across the whole campus. and it serves as just the main link between places, and this is usually when we start talking about game strategy and stuff. So on this walk, we'll talk about the game, who we're playing, what positions we want to play, what we want to improve on from last time, and then also we just kind of like to mess around a little bit. Then once we get there, we pass McGloin. That's usually where we go for coffee afterwards or something, and we go down to the game. We go in between the stands and the dugouts, and we go to the dugouts, and if any of our fans came, they go and they sit in the stands. We put our gear on and stuff in the dugout, and then we come out to the field. Now the field, it's just grass with a bunch of lines. That's all it is, but it's more than that, and you got to think of it as more than that. Reynolds talked in his writing about having a mental map of an area, and we need to do the same exact thing when we're on the football field. We need to know what everything is, what everything means, and more importantly, where everyone is. Everyone's a moving piece, and you need to know the importance of open space on a football field. Okay, that is a map of the area that the flag football team plays in. Sending it back to you, Jacob. So guys, we're in my room one last time to wrap up this video, and what I wanted to do to wrap up this video was to talk about what this team brings to Creighton as a whole, and what really all the flag football teams bring to Creighton as a whole. So to do this, I looked at the Creighton College of Arts and Science mission statement, and I looked through there, and I saw that the thing that most correlated with what this team does for the community is cura personalis, or care for the whole person. So cura personalis is caring for not just one aspect of a person, like their intellect or their spirituality or their morality or their personality. It's caring for all of those things and trying to build all of those things up in a person. And the way that flag football does that is team building, pretty much. It builds your personality in the way that it allows you to work better with other players. And I think that's really important, not just in the workplace, but in family life, in your friendships, and really anything you're going to pursue in life. I hope nobody is going to be trying to live alone for the rest of their life. I think everybody should work together, and I think that's why this team is really good. In particular, this team especially. Everyone loves to work together and make jokes together, you know. And sometimes, you know, you gotta have fun, and then also you have to work together, and you gotta lock down sometimes and actually accomplish something. So that's why I think this team did well, because they were willing to put in the hard work when they needed to, yet they were still always trying to have a good time about it. So that wraps up this video. I hope everyone had a great time. Now is the time for a word from our sponsor, Extra Gum. Remember to chew.